Welcome to Energy Talks. My name is Maril Blushi, graduate school manager from German University of Technology in Oman, GUTECH. In this episode, we are exploring how hydrogen education sector and industry experience come together to power Oman's clean energy transition. I'm joined here by Engineer Haytham Al-Aufi and Engineer Saoud Al-Riyami. From both are professionals and currently are pursuing their MSc in Hydrogen Economy and Technology in German University of Technology in Oman. Welcome, Haytham and Saoud.
Welcome.
Thank you.
And maybe I'll take a minute from each of you to introduce yourself, starting with Haytham.
Yes, Maria, thank you for the introduction, and I'd like to take the chance to thank the Energy Talks today for having these talks about the energy and about the transition of Oman and the plans, which helps, I think, the students, as we are students now, and also the professionals in the energy sector. So for me, I have a background in mechanical engineering, as I studied for the bachelor degree. And I've worked for more than 7 years now in the oil and gas industry. Then I decided to continue my study for the hydrogen economy and technology in GUTECH. So currently we are pursuing this program and certificates.
Towards the end already.
Yeah.
What about Saoud?
Yeah, welcome, Maria. Thank you for this invitation first, and thank you also for GUTECH for these opportunities and energy talks. So, as you mentioned already, my name is Saoud Riyami. I am doing my master degree now, focusing on green hydrogen technologies in GUTECH. I'm also working as environment engineer from OQ. I have around 6 years experience in oil and gas, starting with operations. Then now I'm in the environment side and taking aspects about the environmental impact.
Let's start with the education side. What motivated you the most to pursue MSc hydrogen, like as a topic? Not renewable energy, for example, not any other master program, while you guys are already full-time workers and you have already a lot of commitments.
Yeah, so Maria, continuing my postgraduate studies was in my mind since I began my journey in the oil and gas industry. And I saw this advert from the German University of Technology in Oman, and I had the ambition to ask about the program, and also because of the Oman journey and Oman ambitions, plans for the energy transitions in this period. So I had the ambition to register or enroll in this program. Why? Because the German university had this program specifically for the hydrogen technology, and
so you were specific. You wanted hydrogen, not renewable energy.
Exactly. So I thought they have a real goal or aim for this program. So it's not only about something general. Of course, yeah, the hydrogen program has the different aspects or various sectors about the green renewables, for example, but it's specifically focused on the hydrogen economy and technology.
And was it easier for you to, keep that balance if you are a full-time worker, considering the schedule of the hydrogen program and your schedule being working in field, for example, your operations is mostly in the field, not in Muscat. So was that easier for you?
Yeah, of course. So this was one of the reasons why I have chosen this program. So it fit my schedule because I have like shifts. So in my days off, I can pursue or continue my studies and completing these assignments and the requirements of the program.
Right.
So studying in Oman was the reason, and I had the ability to continue the studies instead of going abroad or tight schedules.
Yes, super.
Yeah.
What about you, Saoud?
I have shared the same stories that Haytham they have. Also, I was looking about programs that it's related to the decarbonization strategies and getting things about the net zeros and how we can achieve that. I was looking about different college here in Oman that they are giving some of the courses related to the renewable energies and about decarbonizations. But if you come to the courses there, it is not suit me, that what I am looking for. If you come to the course from German University here in Oman, it is combining different aspects together, but the economic aspects and the technical aspect together. This is makes the full pictures of the course, or of that sector. Um, you will see that why this sector is not coming now, why it will need time, not from perspective of the technical, that there is issues with the, for example, the equipment or the technologies, also from the economic sides, and we also touch base on the policy sides, geopolitics, and from also the certifications of that green hydrogens and the other stuff. So such mixed together, it will make the full context and make the comprehensive understanding of the sector itself.
I guess for you, Saud, it's directly linked to your work,
Yeah.
right? Unlike maybe Haytham, it's not directly linked to your work or to the working operations or the things that you need on a daily basis somehow. Okay, so if I had to ask both of you, what was the game changer for you in the program? Was it the modules? Was it the flexibility in the scheduling? Was it the expertise that we brought into this program? Or what else could it be? Like the best thing, I would say.
I think it's a cumulative mix. So we had the subject matter experts from different countries and from different sectors. Like from Germany, we had some of the professors and doctors. From USA, so we had the different perspectives
Views, right.
of the hydrogen industry.
Absolutely.
And also about the schedule, which was flexible. And unlike, I think, the bachelor studying where you have the full time and you need to focus just on your
to
study.
be committed, yeah.
So now we need to balance between work and also the studying at the university.
I think the whole factors is become together as a game changer for me, and it suits my my tight schedules as a worker and a professional, and also it makes a lot of exposure to me, that you bring different instructors from different institutes, even not from one institute. You bring a lot of instructors from Germany,
Yeah.
but they are even from different institutes and they have a different backgrounds, and so such mix is making the things more interesting and making the pictures more comprehensive. So such things is very important,
Yeah.
and I think GUTECH should continue the same.
Yeah, I think it was really, this was our objective, is mainly to give you that kind of exposure, to like international exposure. At the same time, people who are coming, the expertise who are coming, they should have also sort of industrial exposure. So they know how to bridge the gap between industry and the academic side.
I agree, and something I think I want to outline, it's not only about the subject matter experts or the expertise we had, the schedule of the program, it's also about the participants and about the students in this program. So we have various people from
Yes,
different sectors, and they have
True.
their perspectives and views about this industry. So for example, we have someone from the process, about engineering, electrical, environmental, and also the finance and accounting.
Right.
So for me, like if I have difficulties with the finance or these subjects, we can help each other to understand the main
True. That was the main
aspects.
objective, because it's a professional degree, and we wanted to make sure that it's not only targeting engineers or people who are, from technical background in this sector, but we should have a better mix of everyone, because in the end, everybody is working in the same industry and covering a sort of an aspect of that particular industry.
I agree.
So
Adding to that, Maria, the assignment that we get for the courses, to finish the courses as a post-assignment or pre-assignments, it was a little bit linked to what we have in the daily activities or to Omani context. So they are trying to build that assignments from real cases. So like, for example, you are working a real case and you are trying to find the solutions and why is that it's not working and how we will make it working. For example, if I give examples, if you come to the green hydrogens, why we have to bring incentives, and what type of incentives, for example, we have to bring in Oman or implement it here in Oman and deploy it to make the green hydrogen competitive with the gray hydrogen. And such things makes the concept more solid in our minds, and we give us more understanding about the concept itself. It is not just a theory, it will
Yes.
be linked to the practical and how we can implement it in the real world.
Right, we do that intentionally. We usually share the student profile to the instructor so he knows the background of the students, like in details, whether he is senior, junior, from which sector is he coming. And that is also, again, to reflect it in their assignments and in the coursework that they are going to teach during the module.
Yeah, it's very important to
It's
understand
very
the audience and then you schedule
To
or
customize, sort of.
you know what modules that you can do and
Right.
the level of the
The
understanding of the
audience.
audience.
Right, absolutely. Okay, so we had a module excursion in Germany where we traveled, all of us, to Germany, and we had visited a couple of places. How was it? What was your experience like, starting with Haytham, for example?
Yeah, I think we have enjoyed the education trip, let's call it, to Germany. Because Germany well known for these projects of the hydrogen, and we have visited different companies,
Research centers.
For example, like the Airbus, BMW.
Right.
That they have real projects working on and to develop modules or processes or systems of the hydrogen. So we saw it in life, like studying and knowing the theory of the hydrogen will give you like the ideal concepts where
Right.
you can see these projects in life. So you understand more the challenges of the hydrogen or any topics.
Yeah, it was really important. What about you, Saud?
It was very interesting journey. We saw the solutions in real in life. We can say that we see the electrolyzer itself, how they will storage such hydrogens, what is type of solutions that they have, what the constraints that they are looking for, and what is type of solutions that they are looking for also. So such things, it bring a lot of insights to us. What is the difficulties that they are facing and how they want to solve it in the future.
Right. I think maybe you would agree with me. The challenge was that because in Germany, many cities are involved in this sector and implementing hydrogen, like in different aspects. But because of the distance, maybe we had some challenges to, cope all of the companies and have 1 week trip or field trips to visit, to cover all of them. It was almost impossible, but I think we tried to visit the best companies who are actually implementing, or research centers.
But
Yeah.
I think we cover a lot of,
I think a lot of
good
them,
numbers
good
of
number
the
and
companies or
very strong
institutes
ones, right.
that give a good insights to us
Right.
and enough exposure.
Yes,
Yeah, I think as well because it was the first time, so there is like an improvement for any trips or modules, I think.
right.
And maybe in the future will be much greater. You can
Yeah, of
get
course, relying on your feedback.
the most of these topics.
Why do you think postgraduate hydrogen education is essential in Oman at this stage of energy transition? Like, why now, at this stage?
May I start from my side?
Yes.
So, building the local capacity is part of the agenda of green hydrogen's economy, and it is part of building the ecosystem itself. So it is not just focusing on getting the infrastructures or getting the protections or the plans of the green hydrogens, but building also the local experts is very important, because I emphasize that where I go, that Omani's people, they have what's called the motivations that to see the things in the real, because they have the force or the delivery that this is our economy and we have to bring it real, and we have to bring this economy in place, so this will support our generations and make it the growth for our nation. So such things is very important, that building the local expert is very important, and this will support the building of the economy here in Oman.
Right, I would agree with you because I'm sure like in couple of years or even in 10 years, we would be looking for expertise who are going to handle these projects who are coming up in the future. And I think this is the right time to build expertise.
Yeah, I think this what happened in the developed countries
Right.
and nations. So they invest more in the research and development in these institutions. So you will be ready for any sector. And that's what happened in most of these sectors, like the oil and gas. So you should have the know-how of systems, of the processes, and the safety aspects, for example.
Yeah.
So the academia is very important in this stage, and investing in the research and development. So we have that gap that we need to fill. And of course, we have the ability and the minds here in Oman to roll these hydrogen industry in the future.
Absolutely.
And of course, so dealing with hydrogen and handling this gas is not something new, because we are one of the largest producers currently in the region for the hydrogen, which is the gray hydrogen.
Right.
And of course, in the future will be the green hydrogen or the blue hydrogen.
Hopefully.
Yeah. So we have the capability and the
Yes.
ability of people and personals to lead in this sector.
True. I mean, I think we are very optimistic about it, and we should be. So, personally, I think GUTECH, we at GUTECH are very lucky to have this program with us and to work on it, you know, with such a quality, with such expertise, and we can't wait for the future of this, for the hydrogen sector to grow in the future. Okay.
Maybe I add here that even when we go to Germany in different institutes, when we ask them about when they start the research and the development departments on the green hydrogens and building, trying to get the studies and research on that, they start from long back. So even the green hydrogen is starting before maybe 5 to 10 years, that the noise about it, but they are building their capacity since long back. So
Right.
building the capacity is very important.
Takes
That's
time.
why they are in the front line in the term of the technologies and in terms of different aspects of the ecosystems of the green hydrogen.
Yes, absolutely. I would agree with you.
Yeah.
That's why they are there now. If I ask you, Haytham, in particular, has anything you learned in the MSc program that influenced how you think about risk or asset management?
Yes, of course. So we had one of the modules about the safety, the hydrogen safety. And we went through different terms and methodologies on this class. But we had the understanding, because I'm working in the oil and gas, as I said, and we are living and deploying these terms and methods of the safety. So yes, we learned from the MSc, but also I had the background and the basis in the oil and gas in my company that helps me to understand these terms in the hydrogen MSc.
Super cool. So if I ask you, what new engineering skills do you think Oman's workforce will need most as hydrogen project scales in that terms?
The engineering skills, I think we need all of them for these projects, because you will have the civil, the electric, and mechanical, chemical, these main engineering concepts and fields. But also we need the system engineering, the logistics and other process, for example, about the finance and studying the market in deep. I think we need all of these sectors to work together to provide final projects at the end. Yeah,
absolutely. Right. So we move now to your expertise, environmental and sustainability. Right, Saud, from an environmental engineering view, what are the biggest sustainability challenges in hydrogen production?
As a major challenge I can see now is the what's called the carbon footprint of the hydrogen product itself, because the certifications and getting the green hydrogens and take it to the off-taker to sell it outside Oman, especially for the global markets in Europe and Japan and Korea, they have a certification schemes there where it's linked with their the life cycle assessments of the products of the green hydrogens. And to comply with that, you have to little bit modify your systems to ensure that it is environment friendly and will reduce the carbon footprint of your product. So such things is the bottleneck, that if it is, for example, the threshold is going up or down, it directly link it to the cost of the productions of the green hydrogen.
Yeah.
So this is one of the challenge now, and even here in Oman now, we don't have a certification scheme related to the domestics of the green hydrogen's productions. While we just now for the productions or the projects that it is available now, they will comply with the global markets and the target markets in Europe or in Japan and Korea. So as they are targeting different markets, they have to comply with that certifications. But if you come to Oman, we are still not mature to have this the certification scheme here.
Do you think is it coming up like in any time in the future? Is it already like?
I think they are working on that.
Yes.
It is on progress. Oman Net Zero Center is working on that. But this will take time, little bit, maybe to get the best practice and to get an insight from different certification schemes around the world and getting the most suitable one for our markets here in Oman.
Yes, absolutely. Right, you mentioned carbon footprinting. What was that element in the MSc program that deepened your understanding in carbon footprinting?
I think it is the one that is related to the hydrogen applications and decarbonizations that we take it with the US instructors.
Which module was it? Yeah.
And Dr. Amgad or Professor Amgad at that time, which is very, very linked to the decarbonizations and the life cycles assessment of that one. And also last time during the course related to the standards and the safety standards and regulations. We also take a certain sections about what is the certification schemes around the world and how we can comply with that one.
Right.
Okay, Maria, so I think it's our turns now to ask you a few questions about the program. Okay. So coming to the hydrogen economy and technology that held by the German university. So what inspired the university to conduct such a program?
Yeah, so it wasn't a day-night decision. It was actually depending on overall Oman Vision 2040 and Net Zero Vision 2050. So because we already in GUTECH had our hydrogen center, which was conducting a lot of research concerning hydrogen, and also some regulations from the Ministry of Energy, some regulation from Ministry of Higher Education, where we had to really focus on this master program, although we did not have a bachelor program in this sector, although we don't have a lot of expertise. So we had to really, benchmark with other universities in the world. This is why we had a partnership with Ingolstadt University, THI, and we brought a lot of experts from there, but it was still not enough. Sometimes we had to really contact people from different countries, like when we contacted people from consultants from the US. Of course, based on your feedback, we also contacted some internal resources here, and we had experts from Oman itself. And so that's what really inspired us. And then, given the feedback from you as a first batch, which we started last year, when we started the second batch, I think all of these kind of feedback was somehow reflected, and the lessons were learned to some extent. We loved your experience. We wanted to make it better. We loved the spirit of the overall batch. So I think considering that, and when we came to recruit for the second batch, we knew that it's sustainable. People are learning, and it gave us a brighter picture about the future of hydrogen when we look at you in the batch and when we see how enthusiastic you guys are, and you have a lot of question marks to be answered. You wanted to learn throughout the journey of your master program.
Yeah,
so
I agree with this bright targets that you have mentioned, and also Oman is targeting to produce more than 1.2 million tons of green hydrogen annually. So what do you think about the response so far? So you started the second batch now in the hydrogen program.
I would say when we started the first batch, we had an aim to only target working professionals, people who are already experts, regardless if they had experience from the energy sector or from the hydrogen sector, let's say. But when we came to recruit the second batch, I realized that most of the people who are really keen to understand what is hydrogen and, you know, to deepen their knowledge about hydrogen as a program or as knowledge in general, were those who are fresh graduates. So somehow we had to change some of the regulations, we had to change some of the policies, some of the requirements in order to adopt this kind of, people, because you could see it, they have this, why not? Why are we not able to start this program? What do you need? We can do whatever you want. We really want to study the hydrogen program. So I think, again, I would say it's sustainable. I would see that we can still work on this program. The program is growing and people are learning about it, and you guys are the best ambassadors of this program. I think you guys are talking positively about it. Yeah,
nice. So the second batch
already started. They are halfway through. Yeah,
and they should have a background of the hydrogen during their studies in the bachelor degree, like from environmental or
so if they are fresh graduates, we really make sure during the interview that they do have knowledge in the hydrogen, and they are, they are really keen to do this master program. It's not just, a trend or something that is there in the market and we want to do it. So during the interview, we do make sure that they fit to the program requirements, and that's how we are admitting them or enrolling them in the program.
Yeah, great.
Right.
But did you feel that they are facing a challenge to understand some of the aspects, or they can equipped with that and can adjust their self with the concepts and the technologies or the concepts that will be during the program itself?
Yeah, on the contrary, actually, it's a great benefit to the program that we have those fresh graduates, because what happened is we're actually, the format of the group work, we are usually mixing you up. For example, there will be a senior and a junior, someone who is fresh graduate, and then someone who is maybe already expert in the field. So they're working together, they're learning from each other, and then we shuffle those groups. What I realized that their enthusiasm into this program is bringing a different sparkle, and they're bringing different questions and new questions on the table, and that's what that is really good. Whether they are challenged with the overall material that is taught in the course, I think not, because as I mentioned earlier, we are already sending the student profile to the instructor, so he knows what kind of background people have. So he's trying to adapt somehow. The material is going to be adapted according to the cohort at that stage.
I think also this will open a new doors for them, because they are maybe fresh graduates.
Yes.
And if they finish the master in green hydrogen, this maybe will open a job for them in the future. And
Absolutely.
They will get also, as they are with the senior or professionals, they will get some of the insights and some of the expertise. So once they, for example, apply to the job, they will have some of the knowledge about what happens in the realities.
True.
And so if we go to the other questions, what is the main challenge that you face during the development of such program? Because you are now in the batch 2, and I think it is not that easy to build a program.
Yeah. Maybe, first of all, the market opinion about hydrogen in general. People are less optimistic about it sometimes, and people are questioning you, and there is a huge debate about whether it's going to be the future of Oman or not. So first of all, recruiting for the program is a big challenge, and getting people to be convinced that it's going to work and this is the future of Oman, and there are projects that are in the loop, in the pipeline, that will be soon in Oman. Secondly, I would say the expertise. How do we get in touch with those people who are experts? And in particular, we did not want people who just have the knowledge or theoretical knowledge. We wanted people who are experts in the industry itself. So looking for this kind of people and having a sort of a pool where we can just choose the experts like the other programs was not the same, was not the case here. So we really struggled with that. Sometimes you will just assign an instructor or someone, and then he had to cancel, or the timing is not really convenient for him, so you had to reschedule and then you have to cancel. So that's a lot of work there. So I would say this is the main challenge for us. And then aligning the instructor schedule with the students' schedule, who are all very committed, and that was also really difficult.
What about the expectations of the students themselves? Because sometimes from each course there is some of the expectations or learning outcomes. Did you convey that message to the instructor first before he come here? So
Yes.
the deliverables, you will be ensured that it will reach to the students, and the outcomes, it will be you will ensure that it will be reached to the students themselves.
Right. So what we did for some of the cases is that maybe you remember that some of the instructors were really keen to meet you in advance before starting of the module. So they wanted to know what do you expect from this module, and what to be covered from your experience, so that he can adjust his sort of material according to what you guys are demanding or what you guys are expecting. Secondly, it had happened during your batch as well, where some repeated topics, two different modules, repeated topics were happening, and that's why we were trying to have it sorted, and then that's how it was sorted by contacting all of the instructors and sharing all of the syllabus of all of the modules to everyone. So everyone knows what is the other module is going to cover, so that they don't repeat the same topics. And then after the meeting, we are learning also from the instructors. After teaching the course, they're coming back, we are meeting them, and we are learning from them and from their feedback about the students in general, and how do we improve the overall program.
I think also as the students, we are from our side that if we see that, for example, we need to touch on some of the aspect that it is not included, we share that perspective to the instructor at the inside. Right. And also we convey the message to the administrative there.
Yeah.
So such things will ensure that everything is fine, and we will get the best benefits from the course itself.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
And we're still learning. It's a very fresh.
And I agree, we should engage the students on the hydrogen events, let's say the conferences about the hydrogen, the site trips, you can see the plants or other stuff. And also that the events held by the embassies about the hydrogen. So
Right.
I think it's a good idea to immerse the students on the hydrogen topics more.
Absolutely.
Aside from the classrooms.
Yes.
So Maria, as we have the participation of for example, the Ministry of Energy and Minerals, Hydrom, and other companies working in the Sultanate, what do you think about the collaboration and participation in the academia sector?
Yeah.
Especially for the hydrogen program?
You mean engaging the industry somehow? We were very keen to engage the industry on different programs, I would say, but in the hydrogen, for example, we had a great contribution from guest speakers from the Ministry of Energy and Minerals, for example. We had guest speakers from Hydrom. I think we've arranged a field trip to Shell Oman,
Yes.
The Gift to the Nation project, the fuel station. And again, today, I think the batch 2 is also having a field trip where it's already existing. I remember when we went there, it was already, it was just establishing, under construction. So now they are going to see, already a well-established kind of project. People are, the industry is highly engaged, and they're trying to positively, contribute to the program. And people are supporting us from different aspects or different ways, and they have, whenever we are approaching them for something, and I wouldn't say it's easy to communicate and to coordinate, because everybody is really committed, and they have a lot of, pressure around different timings, and most of our modules are delivered in the weekend, so sometimes people are not available during weekends. But I would say I'm really impressed, and I think it's a very positive thing that we have them highly contributing to the program.
Yeah, and on the other side, I think they're investing on the research development. Let's say GUTECH is working on the hydrogen center currently. Yes,
we have our own hydrogen center now. It's going to be ready very soon, I would say before the start of the new year, inshallah. It's sponsored by OQGN, and we will be having our own research center, demonstrator. We have our own laboratories, so hydrogen students can really use their own classrooms, their own research centers and laboratories. So that is really something I would say would be a milestone in this program future.
Yeah.
So maybe the future thesis will not be limited to getting literatures and making techno-economic studies without touch or getting demonstrative pilots projects.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
So maybe there will be a lab results there, and also would be lab analysis there.
Right, that's the main vision here. This is what we want the students to have, the real experience of, experimenting.
This is great,
In order to conclude this episode of Energy Talks, I have one last question for both of you. If you could describe Oman's hydrogen future from your perspective, Haytham, to start with.
I think I'm optimistic about the hydrogen future in Oman. We have placed, as Hydrom or the ministry, strategic plans and placed. So we have the third auction launched already, and companies and countries showed that interest to invest in Oman due to the valuable and also the resources that we have, considering solar and wind. We have the combination, we have the potential to have a bright future in Oman.
Absolutely.
For these projects.
What about you, Saud?
I see that it is the green hydrogen is the future's economy of Oman, because already Oman is achieving a lot of milestones in establishing these ecosystems by distinguish or determine the champions that is related to the common infrastructures or the productions of the investments and regulatories like hydrons to regulate such sectors. All of this aspect is coming together to build the markets and build the economy together. So I think it will be, we are in a right track, and I think it will be the future of Oman, and it will be supporting the economy here.
Absolutely, I would agree with both of you, and I think the educational sector contribution is really important here, and I think we are in the right track, and we guys are very optimistic about it, and hopefully this is what we will see in the very near future. So thank you both of you for sharing your experience. Thank you for coming and having contributing to the session and sharing your knowledge. Thank you for being part of our master program. That is really appreciated. You guys are the first ambassador of the program, and we look forward to work with you again in the future, maybe in terms of research, maybe in the PhD programs. So thank you so much.
Appreciate the support. Thanks.
Thank you. Thank you for the opportunities.
Thank you. So this is the end of our episode, and looking forward for the next episode on Energy Talks. Goodbye.